So each morning we stretch out basically our lower half. We don't really do much for upper half. Maybe we should.
Yeah.
Captain's stretching his feet right now. All right, cute little bridge.
Welcome back to day 166. I'm Captain.
And I'm Sunshine.
And we're still walking.
And we're still talking.
But also eating.
Real food, banana and a BLT. Yippee! Okay, today we're going from Maine Route 27 to East Flagstaff Road. It's 16.8 slack day. The weather is in our favor. We slept in Roadhouse last night. Everyone was asleep this morning, so I tried to take some footage. It was really quiet and I didn't get to show you guys much. The bunkhouse is super cute and well done. And we didn't get to have the breakfast because we had them put us on trail early because we're slacking. And then at the end of the day, they're going to meet us and give us our bags and we're going to camp out and continue on. So should be an interesting day. It's 6:39 and we are starting our day.
Let's go.
So last night at Roadhouse, when we had gotten there and I was filling up water bottles and just kind of trying to get organized, I went into the kitchen and I started talking with this guy who was making a burger and just talking about the trail and whatnot. And I come to find out, you guys get this, he is number one. When I say number one, on our packs, I'll show you in just a minute, we have this tag that they give you when you start and they number you. So you know what number you are starting. I think we're 1445, 1446. He was saying he started January 1st. Because when you're out here on the trail, people always ask you, when did you start? And the conversation goes something like this. We started March 22nd. Oh, well, I started May 8th. And then my response is usually, yeah, we got off the trail for school and work and stuff like that. And they're like, oh, okay. Because there is some sort of kind of an underlying, not with us, but with other people, competition. Like, especially the people who are really trying to that are more competitive if they find they're passing someone who started a month before them. But anyway, I don't know how we got on the conversation because I don't usually ask people when they started. But, I got a runny nose. But I never learned how to do the snot rocket, so I just wipe it on this. And actually, I don't care to learn, so I can vision snot all down my face. So he planned this adventure for 5 years. I think he said he's an arborist. And he started January 1st. He was the first one. He's number one on his tag. And if I have it correct, he's only gotten off trail 4 times. And to sleep, I think, in a bed. And last night was one of them. So we were very fortunate, I guess, to meet him because he doesn't get off trail that much. I don't know if he engages with people on trail or not a lot. I'm not going to say his trail name because I think I want to keep his privacy. But in the beginning, he was carrying, listen to this, guys, this is so interesting. 10 days of food, which was 22 pounds. And so for us to carry 5, and I don't know, 2 liters of water, whatever. Our food, we pack out about 5 days, and 2 liters of water is an extra 10 pounds. Sometimes more, depending on how much cheese I bring. So his pack must have been unbelievable. And his reasoning was that he's going slow, he's enjoying this, he's looking at all the trees. And because he's going slower, he doesn't have the opportunity to resupply as often, if you don't get to towns as often. So he said he's carrying less now and he's lost, I think, 40 or 50 pounds, which is honestly quite typical for the men. Almost all the men I've spoke with that are, I think he just turned 50 too, 50. All the men I spoke with that are pretty much over 40 have lost 40 to 50 pounds. It's insane how much weight they lose. Captain, I think this is the spot. You want to pull over for breakfast? pull over for breakfast. So I thought that was interesting, meeting number 1, right? So cool. You always wonder who was the first person to start. Apparently he's good in the cold, because starting January 1st for me would have never worked.
So we didn't talk too much about this today or this morning because we were a bit tired and also hungry. But we're doing something a bit new today. We have what is known as just slack packing, but I don't know, a variation of slack packing. What we're doing today is we're not staying at Maine Roadhouse again because we got to make our miles and we got to go more than where they could pick us up. So what they offer is a service where you take a slack pack or your regular bag, just weighing less, and they shuttle the remainder of those to a place 16.8 miles from where you can be dropped off as sort of a slack pack where you set your bag up after and continue on. Of course, it would be nice to stay in Maine Roadhouse again, but we gotta make our miles and we gotta get to Katahdin, and this is quite an interesting thing. We don't normally do these, but I think I've maybe seen it once or twice in other hostels, and it's quite interesting. Definitely gonna be a little less comfortable than a bed, but still more enjoyable than not carrying or than carrying a full pack.
So we have just hit, we have 4 peaks. I don't know if it's called a peak if it's not that big. I don't know, how many feet are we at right now? Do you know? 3,000 maybe? Let's see, we're at, I know we're going up to 4,000 today. So we are at, let's see, this peak we're at right now is, so 3,300. Then we got another peak. This peak does not seem to have, this is a view. Sorry, it's a view. It doesn't have a name. The next one is North Horn. The one after that is Bigelow West. The one after that is Bigelow Avery Peak. So next up, and we have to the next one is 1.1 miles, some downsies and some ups. It's a pretty steep up. Okay, ready? Yep. Captain and I have spent the last 24 hours talking about nothing but food.
Guilty as charged.
I had a really good cheeseburger for dinner last night with my parents and Will. What did you have? You had like 5 things.
I had, what was it? Is it lo mein?
No, you had tri-tip or something? You had some sort of a steak, right?
Yeah, it is, and mac and cheese.
And a salad.
And a salad.
And then half of a pumpkin pie.
And then more food.
We are just, I don't think that Captain and I care about slack packing that much in the sense of carrying less weight. The real value for us with slack packing is that we can pack out all the food we like, as much of it as we want, and it doesn't impact our weight or our bear can. So this morning I have already had almost an entire turkey dinner sandwich, which was huge. 2 bananas, a donut, and I had something else too. What was the other thing? What'd you have? You've had more than I have.
I've had a BLT, 2 bananas, and half a bag of Cheetos.
Oh, that's it? I thought you had more than that. No wonder you're still hungry. You guys, the food thing is so funny. Because also when you come into hostels, you get to kind of, because I'm a foodie, I'm always checking out what other people are doing. So there was a guy in the hostel last night. He had I forget, I've said it, the name of it before, Dave's, I think, high protein bread. And he had that, and he put, ooh, that's deep. Let's finish this before we get on there. He put peanut butter, honey, and raisins on it, which kind of ticks all the boxes of protein, carbs, fiber, and some fruit in there. And I was like, oh, maybe I'll try that next time. Like you look at other people's food and you're like, oh, that's a good idea when you're out here. And then I think like this morning I smelled like a barbecue, and then I smelled a cigar. I didn't even smoke cigars. And I was like, oh, that smells so nice. and I asked you if you smell it. You're like, I don't smell anything. Like it's weird. The food is such a weird thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, all right, this is our second climb for the day. Not a 4,000er, but it's North Horn. Check out the view from here. There's really not much of a view, but I think it's still charming in its own way. Just ate my second cinnamon donut. It's already still in my face. And half a Kit Kat. So I just heard a stat from someone that Legend actually said that he heard that 12 people were summiting a day right now, which is amazing. There's still this many people summiting every day, and we're getting mid to late September. Also, Shaw's Hostel, which is the next hostel we would stay at and the last hostel we would stay at, and the hostel right before the 100-mile wilderness, had 80 people staying there last night, and mostly through hikers. So a ton of people starting in the 100-mile wilderness at this point in the game. So you heard it here. This is the new bubble. We are about 4-day hike away from Shaw's. So we're going to call ourselves the bubble now. So the bubble hasn't finished. We are the bubble. We're still out here. Wow. So beautiful. Still wearing shorts.
Toss and turn, never sleeping. Shadows move, the floors are creaking. Is that you, or am I seeing things again? Broken by those final moments. How could I have ever known it? We were meant to be.
So we hit our third peak. Well, really, it's only I don't know what constitutes a peak, but it's 4,123 feet. It's Bigelow West. Was it Bigelow West? I think it's Bigelow West. Check this out, guys. You can see everything. There's Sugarloaf Ski Mountain over there. I mean, it has a 360 view. All kinds of lakes. It's gorgeous up here. Oh my gosh, it's so gorgeous. My favorite view in Maine so far.
Really?
Yeah. Is it yours?
Yes.
Do you have a favorite yet?
This is pretty nice. This is on Lafayette in New Hampshire.
Oh yeah, in Katahdin. We do have everything here. Wow, it's beautiful. So we're both sitting here just looking at our phones, like responding to emails and stuff. And all I hear from Captain is, And I thought he was reading something interesting. He was like, I look up and I said, what are you doing? He's like, I'm thoroughly enjoying this leftover pizza.
Good. Real good leftover pizza.
Today starts your day of appreciating food like you have never appreciated it before, right?
No kidding.
And also we have pizza, we have cornichons, we have tomatoes from my dad's garden, popcorn. Like we're doing it up today, guys. Bigelow Avery Peak, our last fourth big pump for the day, 4,062 feet. All right, now we've got, I think like 8 miles down, 8.5 miles down, and the fog's rolling in, so we got to get down quick. I don't have service to fact check this, but I was told this is actually Flagstaff Lake, and apparently it was an area, and there was a town in here, I think back in the 30s, that was flooded. I mean, obviously everyone left the town willingly, I don't know willingly, but it was purposely flooded to build because like a dam was built, and this is the result. I don't know where the town is, but now it has inspired me to fact check it when I have service and see if there's a book or a movie about it. Because I find it very, very interesting that there might be buildings in a town under part of that, right? Kind of wild. This is so stunning. Way to go, Maine.
Clearly, some hikers had some opinions on whether it was excellent or not. They left a little rating.
And Maine's starting to compete with the southern states with their crazy names for trails. Old Man's Head. Creepy deepy. Look, Captain, that stick is the only thing holding the rock up.
I feel very unsafe right now.
Don't kick it.
Yeah. It's all that one stick. It literally does look like it's the only thing holding it up, though.
Right?
I feel very unsafe right now.
My mom brought me a bunch of Maine saltwater taffy, so I've been chewing on that all day, guys. Probably pretty obvious at this point, but when we say the trail is full of rocks and roots, this is what the roots are like. And these are mild. Sometimes they come a foot up in the air, and you have to balance on them. And then when your feet hit something like this, where there's no roots at all, you're like, oh my God, it must be dangerous. It means a trap door or something, because this is never like this on the trail, ever. You're dragging something behind you, Captain. A root. All right, guys, I forgot to film Jen bringing us our stuff and us kind of shoving it in our bags, but that's what we just did. She brought us all the stuff we left behind, sleeping bag, cook stove, all that kind of stuff, fleece liners, our bear cans, and we shoved it in our bag and we took off. We've got 1 mile left of hiking. It's pretty easy terrain. We're going to a tent site near the water. We know a couple people that we think are actually going to be there. You know, I don't love hiking in the dark, but it's easy and flat and we're going slow. So, and I don't know why my Garmin's beeping, but I'll have to check it. So we made it. It's 7:46. There's still room at the inn. It's actually a lot of people here. It's really cool. It's so fun when you come into a tent site and there's people here. It's like so exciting to see other people. So we're gonna put the tent up and Largo's ready to crash. He's super tired because he was working on school flight 10 last night.
Welcome to the end of day 166. And tonight we're doing a bit of ASMR. Hopefully you guys can hear us all right, but everyone's asleep in the camp at the tent site. Well, not asleep, but they're quiet. So, and it's only 8. Don't move, Largo. You don't move, okay? It's only 8:15, so we're gonna make this short and sweet just in case people want it really quiet. We went 17.9 freaking miles today, you guys. Almost 18 miles in Maine, which is unbelievable. We went, and there were some peaks in there. We went from Main Route 27 to East Flag. No, we went Main Route 27 to a tent site on a pond. We're at a tent site with a bunch of other people here. We came in after dark. It was very welcoming. We're going to keep it short and sweet just because we don't want to disturb anyone. Best part was the views today. Worst part was probably that we had to put on and take off our layers all the time.
I would ditto that with Largo. The views were freaking amazing today. I think my favorite in Maine. And we had to keep taking layers on and off and on and off and on and off because it was hot, cold, which was annoying. Okay, you guys, we'll see you tomorrow. We'll talk tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye. Live the dash.
You guys want to see how I put my backpack on? All right, so I pull it up over. It's half on already. I pull it up over here. Then I put all these in. I don't ever really tighten. It's kind of perfect as is always. I never really mess with it. Wow. Unbelievable. The beauty.
So it looks like we have yet another image inside of another image. We have a bear, 2 arms, a face, 2 eyes, and a little nose.
I'm coming, Will. I can't get my mic to stay up straight.